Good day everyone. So before anything else, let me introduce myself first. So I am Hasmin Mangko Gandalo. So today we will be dealing with the principles of arts rhythm. The principles of art, how this artist uses the elements of art to create an effect and to help convey the artist's intent. So the artist, or how to use principles of art, so that the artist decide what principle. So yung artist ang magdi-decide on what principles of art he or she wants to use in a painting. No, so we have 8 principles of art here. So we have balance, emphasis, rhythm, proportion, unity, contrast, pattern, and variety. So we will talk about this one by one. So let's begin with balance. So when we say balance in art, it refers to the visual weight of the elements of the composition. No, so ang balance is very important when it comes in painting, sa art, because it is a sense that the painting feels stable, feels right. Kapag kasi ang painting or art is imbalanced, it will cause the feeling of discomfort sa mga viewers. So, ang balance can be achieved in 3 different ways. So, ang balance ay may 3 different ways. So, those are symmetry, asymmetry, and radial symmetry. Okay, so let's proceed to emphasis. Okay, so when we say emphasis is when an artist creates an area of the composition that is visually dominant and commands the viewer's attention. So this is often achieved by contrast. Next one is rhythm. Rhythm is created by movement implied through the repetition of elements of art in a non-uniform but organized way. So that's the rhythm. Next is unity. From the word unity, ito yung wholeness na siya, kumbaga kabuuan na. You want your painting to feel unified, such that all the elements fit together comfortably. Not too much unity creates monotony, and too much variety creates chaos. Okay, so let's proceed now to contrast. Contrast is the difference between elements of art in a composition such that each element is made stronger relative to the other. So next is pattern. Pattern is the uniform repetition of any of the elements of art or a combination thereof. Anything can be turned into a pattern through repetition. Some classic patterns are spiral, grids, and waves. Lastly, variety. So as I said earlier, it is you want your painting to feel unified such that all the elements fit together comfortably. So let's proceed to the types of rhythm. So we have 5 types of rhythm. So we have alternating rhythm, random rhythm, flowing rhythm, regular rhythm, progressive rhythm. So that's the types of rhythm. So let's talk about first the alternating rhythm. So alternating rhythm describes an artwork that contains a repetition of 2 or more components that are used interchangeably. Some alternating rhythm examples include alternating lights and dark colors, or placing various shapes and or in a repeating pattern. So here is an example of alternating rhythm. So the Red Room, also known as Harmony in Red, is a famous painting by Henri Matisse, and this painting was created in 1908. So, kapag ang dominant red color, the painting features a bold, vibrant, and color that covers most of the canvas, creating a sense of warmth and energy. So, red fabrics with each energetic twist of blue pattern. So blue pattern, yan yung red background in a contrast with energetic twist of blue pattern, which adds a sense of movement and dynamics to the painting. Yung fabrics and textures, the painting depicts a room with red fabrics, tablecloths, and wallpaper showcasing Matisse' interest in exploring textures and patterns. So, yan yung alternating rhythm. Now, let's proceed to random rhythm. So, random rhythm describes an artwork that contains repeating elements without a specified order of arrangement. So, itong example ng random rhythm. So, Broadway Boogie Woogie is an iconic painting by Payet Mondrian. So, it was created in 1942 to 1943. So, yung Broadway, painting ni Payet Mondrian, bouncing against each other, these tiny blinking blocks of colors create a vital and pulsing rhythm. So, yan, grid structure siya. So, the painting features a grid structures composed of horizontal and vertical lines. So, as you can see, there's a horizontal and vertical lines that intersect to form a network of rectangles. No? So, blocks of colors there. Blocks of colors. The grid is filled with tiny blinking blocks of color, predominantly yellow. So, yung color is yellow, red, blue, and gray. And rhythmic pattern. So the blocks of colors are arranged in rhythmic pattern, creating a sense of movement and energy. So, yun yung sa random rhythm. Next is flowing rhythm. So, flowing rhythm describes an artwork that contains curved or circular elements that give the art's movement. So, ito yun. Going Home for Inspiration by Bernard Hoyes. So, itong Going Home for Inspiration is a painting by Bernard Hoyes, no? A Jamaican-American artist. So, returns to roots. The painting depicts a figure returning to their ancestral homeland, symbolizing a journey back to one's roots and cultural heritage. So, African and Jamaican influences itong painting na ito. Kasi nga si Bernard Hoyes is from African and Jamaican influencer. So the artwork blends African and Jamaican influence, reflecting Hoyes' mixed culture, backgrounds, and his desire to connect with his ancestral heritage. So vibrant color and patterns. So yung mga patterns and colors, the painting feature vibrant colors and patterns, diba? So characteristics of Hoyes styles, and which adds energy of dynamic to the composition. So yun yung sa flowing rhythm. So parang pa-curvy siya. The patterns and the colors are so wonderful. So that is for the flowing rhythm. So next one is regular rhythm. So when we say regular rhythm, describe an artwork that contains repeating elements. Repeating din ng elements within a specified order or arrangement that can be measured. So here's an example of regular rhythm. So untitled siya. So but it is very understandable naman siya, diba? So this is the art of Donald Judd. Now let's proceed to the fifth type of rhythm. We have progressive rhythm. So progressive rhythm describes an artwork that contains repeating elements in a pattern that change either in size or color as they repeat. So ito yung example ng progressive rhythm. So ito yung art by Victor Vasarely. So, through precise combination of lines, geometric shape. So, geometric shape, ang ginamit ni Victor dito is geometric shapes. No? Gumamit siya ng mga geometric shapes, lines. As you can see, you have to observe the illustration because geometric shapes, lines, and colors, that's the way of Victor para makakreate siya ng dynamic composition. Then, he created eye-popping paintings full of the illusion of depth, movement, and three-dimensionality. So, through precise combination of visual elements, si Victor nag-create siya ng illusion of movement, depth, and three-dimensionality. No? So, you have to observe carefully the illustration. Then, more than pleasing tricks of the eye. Yan yung optical effects. So, painting of Victor often feature optical effects such as shimmering, vibrating, or pulsing, so which create a sense of visual tension. So that's all. Thank you for listening.